Ngomba Mwagona filed a petition seeking to remove Ouko for serious violation of the Constitution. All right, so those are live pictures coming to us from the National Assembly. Remember that, like I mentioned, Ouko is set to face the Finance Committee over that petition to remove him from Parliament. And I understand that's the Senate, not the National Assembly. And Patrick Amimo is going to be joining us shortly. Patrick, if you can hear me, let's talk about this particular case. So what are the issues in contention in regards to this agitation to remove Ouko from office?
Oh, thank you, Betsy. This particular petition, it's the National Assembly's Committee on Finance and Trade that is trying to listen to this petition and see whether there are any sufficient grounds to have the Auditor General Edward Ouko removed from office. Such a petition requires a threshold. The petitioner, who is lawyer Emmanuel Magambo, wants a tribunal established to have the Auditor General removed from office. Some of the grounds it's citing is that the Auditor General has violated the Constitution for allegedly failing to submit yearly reports to the National Assembly and the President as is required by the law. It will be up to this committee to verify whether this is true or not, because what is in public domain is that the Auditor General has been giving out his annual reports every year, and they're up to date. He's been giving them both at the County Assembly and also the National Assembly, and he submits the reports to the relevant committees of the House to look into. So it is a matter that the petitioner, Emmanuel Magambo, will have to really defend whether it's true that the Auditor General has failed to submit yearly reports as he alleges. The other thing is that he says that the Auditor General has used his position to hire senior staff without advice of the Audit Advisory Board. It is a petition that you'll also have to defend. The other one is having to do with the procurement of an audit software, which was worth 100 million shillings. This particular matter was brought to the attention in 2014. It's something that the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission has been investigating. And we saw last month the Director of Public Prosecutions, Keriako Tobiko, institute charges. After going through the file, what the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission had done, Tobiko did instruct several officers from the auditor's office were to be prosecuted. But then we also saw Tobiko complain that undue pressure was being exerted on him to have the Auditor General prosecuted. So Tobiko was asking why the agency, yet the matter has been there since 2014 and it has been prosecuted by the EACC. So the DPP was asking why the hurry now, and it's like the DPP said that some people were putting him under pressure to have the Auditor General this tribunal to begin the process. Remember, the Auditor General has not had that very rosy relationships with some section of the Jubilee administration, because they feel some of the audit reports he gives out could be negative to the government, and it depicts government negatively, especially when it comes to matters of spending of public coffers, and it appears that there is a lot of corrupt deal that goes on. That's why some in the administration want to see the Auditor General out. But it's something that the auditor has defended himself. He says he's done his business above the board, and he will be expected to appear before the committee later this afternoon to defend himself. But at the moment, the person we have is the petitioner, Emmanuel Magambo, who appeared on Thursday last week but failed. He said then that he was feeling a bit insecure to come before the National Assembly and defend his petition. Betty?
And it's interesting, Patrick, that you say that, because there are quarters that are saying that this is a witch hunt because Ouko really is at the helm of taking to account some of the issues that come about when it comes to finances and, resources, financial resources. I don't know how this is going to play out, Patrick. Have you also heard the same sentiments from, maybe legislators you've spoken to who think or who feel that this could be a witch hunt?
It is something that the Director of Public Prosecutions did allude to. He said that there were some powerful sources in the Jubilee administration who wanted to see the Auditor General prosecuted. And as I did indicate, there was a time when the auditor came up with a report on how the expenditure of the 2013-2014 financial year, where he questioned the Eurobonds. This is the money where Kenya had floated a sovereign bond worth 250 billion shillings out there. And this matter was hit by the opposition, which said that the matter, they wanted the Jubilee administration to account on how the 250 billion shillings was utilized. A matter that to date the CS Treasury has not given a report on the various ministries that he claimed that spent this particular money when the Eurobond matter was in public domain. We remember that last year when there was a meeting, when the Auditor General was at State House, Nairobi, he got a rebuke from the president, who told him that he should reconsider his stand of going to New York to study that bank where the Foreign Reserve Bank, which was said that money, the Eurobond money, was transferred to. So that is the genesis of a scenario where some people in Jubilee did feel that the Auditor General was funding the opposition with some ammunition or to do with the corruption, which the government could not defend itself then about it. But then the auditor has been very open with these reports. Every financial year, he's been coming up with reports on how government has been misusing funds both at national level and at the county level. And then the reports have been submitted to the relevant authorities for the case of the National Assembly and also the President, as is required by the law. But then for that, it will be him, he will appear to defend himself, and now of great significance will be this petitioner to know why he feels that this matter should be urgently prosecuted now. Yet, according to the DPP, already people are in the anti-corruption court for those who misappropriated those who went against the procurement laws when it came to the purchase of that audit board software worth 100 million.